am Vanessa Thomas with the 12 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, Venezuelan national shot dead in Cunupia. PH driver shot dead in Pinal while on a hired job. Tobago taxi fare to increase by $1 from March 15th, and internationally ice storm hits New York, winter weather advisory in effect throughout today. And now the news in detail. A Venezuelan national was shot and killed this morning in Cunupia. Reports say at about 8 a.m. a series of gunshots were heard at Marshall Trace. When residents ventured out, they discovered the body of a man lying in the bushes off the roadway. The man had been shot several times. The police were notified. A PH taxi driver who accepted a job for hire was gunned down on Wednesday in Pinal. Shamil Redhead, 26 years old, of Batu Avenue, Marabella, died in a bushy track off Station 10 Road in Pinal, where he and a friend went to drop off three men who had hired him that afternoon. The incident occurred around 3:30 p.m. in an area called Dog Patch. Investigators have not established a clear motive for the murder. Opposition leader Mrs. Kamala Prasad-Visesa continues her call on the government to appoint a competent person to head the National Security Ministry. The former Prime Minister's call was renewed following the murder of Nicole Moses, said to be a relative of businessman Miguel Moses, at her West Moorings home yesterday morning. Two bandits who invaded the house were also shot dead by another relative who had a licensed firearm. Mrs. Prasad-Visesa said from day one she has been calling for the removal of Fitzgerald Hines as National Security Minister. She asked the question, quote, "How can a man who said it is not his duty to keep the people safe be taken seriously?" End quote. Prasad-Visesa said it is frightening that people are not safe in their own homes and noted that criminals are becoming more brazen. In more news, Tobagonians living and working in the western part of the island will soon have to dig deeper in their pockets to pay for public transportation. President of the West End Taxi Association, Andy Clinton, said fares on the route will be increased by $1 from March 15th. He said the move will be formalized after a meeting with eastbound taxi drivers over the weekend. At present, commuters traveling from Scarborough to parts of the Canaan-Bonaccord electoral district pay $8. That will be increased to $9. The fare from Scarborough to Crown Point will move from $9 to $10, and people traveling to Pigeon Point will soon have to pay $16. The rising cost of vehicle maintenance prompted the decision to increase the fares. Internationally, ice storm hit New York City early this morning as part of a winter storm system that is expected to dump as much as a foot of snow. A combination of freezing rain, sleet, and snow left roads in and around the tri-state area a mess that's expected to clear up later this afternoon. The Big Apple has issued a winter weather advisory that will be in effect until 1 p.m. as the storm heads northeast into the capital region and Boston, which could see between 8 to 12 inches of snow by 8 p.m. tonight. The storm has wreaked havoc across the U.S. after cold air came in from Canada, leading to icy conditions across Texas and the Midwest. Conditions are expected to ease by Friday evening, but temperatures in the Big Apple will remain cold through Sunday, which is expected to see a high of about 45 degrees. And that was the 12 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines: Venezuelan national shot dead in Cunupia. PH driver shot dead in Pinal while on a hired job. Tobago taxi fare to increase by $1 from March 15th, and internationally ice storm hits New York, winter weather advisory in effect throughout today. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. In a short while, we'll have a session for Carnival Comeback 2022, which is will be on Carnival Monday, that's this coming Monday, at the Queen's Park, Savannah.